This is BBP, also known as Branch Brook Park Roller Skating Center. It is by far the best roller rink in the tri state area of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. I love coming here. I'm here on a Thursday night, which is DJ'd by DJ Dream, one of the best DJs for New York and New Jersey, also just all over the nation. You'll catch him at skate jams. But if you're in New Jersey, you should definitely come on Thursday's adult night because he DJs and he's the best. So sweet, so nice, and super talented. Now, Branchbrook is a huge rink. I don't really know how many square feet it is, to be honest, but it was redone a couple of years ago to include this beautiful wall art, which pays homage to all of the previous rinks from New York, New Jersey that were closed over the last 10, 15 years. Tonight, I'm taking y'all to Branchbrook with me so we can learn all about rink etiquette. When you're at the rink, there are a bunch of different sections, so it's important to learn what the fast lanes are, what the slow lanes are, and what is the middle for. But for starters, let's kick it off with my pre skate routine. I love a good stretch. I like to stretch my hamstrings, stretch my quads, stretch my back. I sit and work at a desk for a living, so I really try to stretch my back muscles and my neck area just to release that tension before I go out into the rink. I also love to do some lunges and just make sure I'm feeling flexible. Lots of hip stretching too. You want to make sure to incorporate those. Otherwise, I love to moisturize. I'm going to put Vaseline all over my elbows and my knees. You don't want to go there ashy. It's the winter and we're in New Jersey. So I'm not trying to look ashy out there. I can't stand that. And of course, I have to have my lace up routine. Different people do different things with their laces. Some have like sparkly laces, some have pattern printed laces. I like my standard black laces. I would love to zhuzh it up in the future. I don't tie my boots all the way up to the top of my ankles. I personally don't like how that feels. So I just tend to lace them to the bottom of my ankles. I feel like I have more flexibility, more mobility that way. And it just makes me feel more comfortable and less constrained. But does leave a lot of lace left over. So let me know what you do. Do you lace your boots all the way up or do you just go right to the bottom of the ankle? I'm curious. I find that a lot of people do different things and for different reasons, but I find I don't need as much ankle support, so I'm good with this. And lastly, if you use protective gear, this would be the time to put it on. Make sure it feels comfortable before you go out into the rink. I don't use protective gear, but if you need it, use it. Now, here we go on the rink. First thing I want to point off right at the bat, is that there are three lanes on the rink: a slow lane, a medium lane or middle lane, and a fast lane. And you can kind of see as we flow through the traffic that there is a lane on the outside edge of the wall that's going much faster. And then the inside lane is going a little slower than the folks on the outside. That's on purpose. You do not want to be a new skater on the outside because it can be a little dangerous and you can run into some fast skaters, which is not fun. And I get it, it doesn't make sense. Why would the fast lane be on the outside when you're coming in on the outside and you're a new skater and you're going to run into people and scary? Listen, I know, but the outside lane is the fastest because it has the most space. So you can go fast around the rink on the outside lane and not run into as many people. As you see me here skating, I am closer towards the inside lane because I am doing slow skate dance moves. I am moving at a slower pace. I am bopping and bouncing around. This is where you want to be as you're learning new moves and testing things out because people are going slower. So that means if they see you, they can stop faster and you don't run into people. Um, Now, as you can see at Branch Brook and at many rinks, there are people who cut through traffic, and those are folks who play in traffic. That is a specific kind of style of skating at the rink. I know it can feel intimidating when they cut in front of you and you're like, what are you doing? You're going so fast. Hey, you just have to kind of get used to it. It's kind of like those guys who race cars on the highway. No, you don't love it, especially when they get too close to you, but they're there. So you kind of just have to watch out for them and protect yourself. While you're skating, your head should just always be on a swivel, but more on that later. Again, for the inside rink, you're going to find a lot of beginner skaters, slower skaters, partner skaters, dance skaters like myself, jam skaters, I would say. The inside lane is really where you find your groove and get comfortable before moving to the outside lanes. As you can see in these clips, we have some rental skaters that are hugging the wall, and you don't want to do this. Case in point, you don't want to clutch the wall. Let go of that wall, please. Let go of it. You'll find your stride when you're in the middle and slow lane. You don't want to stay clutching that wall because then you're going to run into some fast skaters and accidents do happen. I've seen people break bones. I've seen people really, really get hurt because they run into beginner skaters on the wall or the beginner skater will get hurt. It's just not a good look. Please, please get into the slow lane and stay safe. Okay, you don't want to be out there clutching the wall and causing an accident. Here's an example of what it looks like to partner skate around the rink. These are two phenomenal skaters, and they are, going striding around the rink, maintaining a tempo, maintaining a rhythm in unison, and switching off, leading and following as they twirl, do tricks, spins, and overall synchronize with each other. There is a beauty of partner skating that I love so much, and it's something that I have trained all of 2024 doing. um, Partner skating can be slow, but also fast. And as you can see in this clip, you don't want to be slow skaters caught on the outside while people are partner skating because, again, you will get hurt. Um, the inside lane, as you can see in this clip, is a great place to practice with others and learn from other folks on the rink. Now we're in the middle section of the rink. This is also a place where you can practice and learn from other people, and you can actually just stop and catch a breath and you don't have to continue the rotation. Now at Branch Brook, the center rink is divided into three parts. There is the middle, the middle. That sounds so funny, which is where you usually do like group dances, you do tricks. Middle work is another thing that they call the middle, is where people just like go in the center and they do kind of like freestyle or battle of sorts, and everyone goes one by one. And then the two outer sides of the middle of the rink are where you'll find people partner skating in circles or partner skating in a figure eight. This is where you will find the real New York, New Jersey style at Branch Brook. It is this partner skating style. It is done to house music. You can do it alone or you can do it in partners, but New York, New Jersey style is so iconic. It's something that I've been trying to learn and I am still like not there yet, but it's beautiful and can look like poetry when done well. And because it's done to such fast music, it almost looks like they're gliding or floating in unison in this small circle. If you don't know, New York is, there's not a lot of real estate, so you have to use what you can to your advantage, the space that you have, and we have a lot of small spaces, so we just make it work. Even though this is a big rink, that kind of style has transcended New York, New Jersey partner skating. It is a beautiful testament to what we do with the small spaces that we have and how a style can be created from such a small space. And that is what house culture is in New York City. It's a bunch of people gathering in a really small space and just having a ball with the music. Here I am with one of my good friends dancing to the New York, New Jersey style. Again, I don't know. I'm a little rough on myself, so I can't watch myself back and feel like I'm doing an amazing job. uh, anyway, but we're getting there. We're getting somewhere, honestly. It's been almost 2 years of me training New York and New Jersey house. So it takes some time. You find your own style and your own rhythm to things, and you figure it out along the way. But it's always great to have partners. Ooh, one quick thing I'll say about partner skating, especially if you're new skating in the rink, it's always going to feel kind of weird, but please ask for help. I know as a woman as well, it can feel a little intimidating and a little kind of weird to like dance with strange men you don't know. But if there's a female you admire, please go up to them and ask them to teach you. We have a saying in roller skating, which is each one teach one. And we really try to teach each other what we know. We try to pass on this art form to each other. So if you see someone you admire, go ahead and ask them to teach you something that you think is really cool. They will. Everyone likes to help each other out. There are a lot of people on the rink who will just be presumptuous and grab your hand. I mean, that is something that is done. People grab each other's hands to skate. But if you are not comfortable doing that, you don't have to do that. During the very beginning of my skating, I have said no to a lot of people, and I do not regret that. So say no. It's okay. You can say no if you don't feel comfortable. Once you frequent a skating rink for long enough, you start to familiarize yourself with the regulars, and that's where you can start to really learn. Now, here are some do's and don'ts for the skating rink. Do stay in your lane. Okay, don't try to get crazy. Don't try to do something that you don't know how to do. Do keep your head on a swivel. You want to make sure that you are looking around and you're not running into people. And do use your stopping skills. Now, if you don't remember what those are, I have a video on it somewhere where I give you 3 ways to stop. So watch that video. Here are some don'ts at the skating rink, some no-nos, okay? Don't grab people when you fall. If you fall, just go down on your own. I have a video on falling coming up next week, so look out for that. But trust me, you will hurt yourself and another person even worse if you grab somebody. Just fall on your own, okay? Don't touch people inappropriately. I'm talking about like hitting, pushing. I know it can get a little frustrating when somebody is, especially the ones who play in traffic, are speeding around. Don't take your frustrations on not being able to skate out on other people, okay? Just don't do that. That's not very nice. And lastly, don't do something you're not ready to do. I know that people make skating look easy and you're like, oh, that doesn't look so hard. Let me try it. If you're not ready to do that trick, you could seriously dislocate something. Don't do it. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you know something more about rink etiquette now. I hope you enjoyed your time with me here at Brook. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow me on all my social media platforms. And I'll see you next week for the next video. Bye.